briefly about giving, how you're supposed to give. And I think some of you caught something, that giving is not just about giving people material things. Giving is about changing lives of the people who are around you. And most of us haven't felt like they are givers because they don't know how to give. They think always that for them to give, they need to have some material things. That's why some people miss the blessings from whatever they can give outside there. I know so many people here. Gavaza, thank you for the flowers. I know so many people here who have got talents, but they are thinking like their talents are not a gift to people because they are not getting money to start giving out to people, to giving out to some society, giving out to some NGOs. But I want to tell you today that use whatever you have. Rhoda, thanks for the flower. Use whatever you have to gift people so that you can receive your blessings. Stop waiting to accumulate some amount of money to start going back to school where you used to study, to build them a house, to give them, I don't know, donate a class, donate a chair. That is not the only gifting. We miss a lot of blessings from God because we do not know how to gift people. You can gift people using your talent. You can gift people using your hard work. And yesterday I mentioned this. You see, just because you come from a very poor background and you have worked hard and started earning something, that lady called Nancy yesterday was telling us that she was in a deep poverty or maybe weakness, and then now she has started getting some money. And her family now is pressurizing her. Why are you not helping us? You need to help us, and blah, 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 because now she has money. This is what I said, guys. A gift can be something to inspire people. Be that first woman in your village to drive a car of her own. That is a gift to that village. This is how I want you to see how gifting looks like, so that you don't say that I don't have anything to give. Just because you bought a car as the first person in your village, that is a gift to that village. Unless the people of that village do not have the brains and they do not have the God's anointing to discern, to understand difficult things. Sorry, guys. There's someone who was calling me, and I don't know why. Um, anyway, I don't want to talk about it. I think I'll do something about this guy who always calls me when I'm doing a live here. So this is what happens, guys. The gift that you have been given, that struggle, if you're coming from a very poor background and you work very hard, all right? You work hard and you start getting your money. Just because you bought a car in your village as the first person in your village, that is a gift to that village. How is it a gift? Somebody will be asking me, how is it a gift and it's my personal car? It is a gift because the people who have been born from that village can find the courage, the confidence, the motivation, the inspiration that, oh, so this can happen. Even us who are coming from this poor background, so we can also purchase a car. You see, gift should not be a direct material given to somebody. Gift can be an inspiration. Gift can be a motivation. Gift can be good morals. You can gift your society by becoming the first woman who is married virgin at 40. I know everybody was not going to laugh about that. You can bring back the sanity and the trust and belief that, oh, so a lady can stay without a man for 40 years and get married at 40 while virgin. That is a gift to that village. That is a gift because you are sending a message to the young ones, the young ladies, the small ladies who are growing, that you know what? Even in this kind of a generation, still you can preserve your purity. That is a gift. So don't wait and lose your blessings because you don't have a material thing to gift people. Use what you have. Use what you have to inspire people. That is a gift. You are gifting them. Use what you have to bring a smile in someone's face. That's a gift. You are gifting them. You know, it's been some time now. I closed everything to do with giving people money. And I know this is going to sound weird. Yes. You see, guys, I want to tell you something. There's a certain month that I was really, really very down. I was down. I had like completely nothing. I wasn't having a job. I was outside the country and not having a job. And the people who knew me, like those who were my friends who were not so close to me, didn't want to believe that I didn't have a job at that time. And it took me almost 2 or 3 months without that job. But the messages that I used to get from my friends, that time, when you have money, you can never realize that people are asking you for money because they ask and you give and you forget. You give and you forget. Because I used to get these, in Africa, where I come from Kenya, one of the countries in Africa. There's a lot of, what we call them, um, what we call these things, um, baby showers, there are weddings, there are organizations and these what we contributions to buy, I don't know, church instruments, contribution to take somebody to school, contribution, I don't know, for funerals, contribution. Every single day you get a message coming from someone back there. We're having a baby shower. We're having a wedding. We're planning a wedding. Somebody died and we are contributing. So these things are there, which is not bad to some extent. But to a certain extent, if I will explain it further, you will realize that these are things that should never be there. Okay, so these things were there. People used to, I wake up in the morning, I find like even 10 people requesting for that contribution. So you will give like, how can I put it in dollar terms? You'll give like $10 or $20 to each person. So you're finding that in a day, you're spending something like $200 just to contribute. You're contributing to this group, this WhatsApp group, you are in that WhatsApp group. And the worst of it all, the moment you've been placed in one WhatsApp group and you contribute, and they mentioned there that so and so contributed $20. Now you have opened the floodgate for other members of this group to invite you to their other groups because they know you will contribute. So the chain continues every single day. It continues, like you will never just stay without having to be included in a WhatsApp group for a contribution. So you keep on contributing, okay? When you sit down, when you have money, you won't feel it because it is just $20. It's not too much money. But the moment your source of income cuts abruptly, that's when you learn. And I think that time, I think God just wanted to open my eyes because I was in these groups, every group. Sometimes I even used to borrow money to contribute to these groups because I know that I will get my salary. So I'll take money from friends, I'll contribute to these groups, and when I get my salary, I give them back this money. Okay? So I believe that gifting is only by use of money. You get money, you gift your friends. That is what gifting is all about. That is what we call giving. Only to realize that I was wrong. Because when I finished my contract in 2018 December, 2018 December, my contract was finished and they were not renewing our contract. The company where I was working for was dealing with exports. And that time, 2018, there was a big conflict in the Gulf, trade conflict, where one of the countries, I don't always want to mention this because it is too political, so I don't want to get into it. But so the people who are in Gulf understands what I'm talking about. One of the countries was excluded from trade, and the biggest thing was like this country uh, was the main point of trade. Like all exports used to pass through this country, going outside, going to Europe and whatever. So there was that uh, isolation. The country was isolated, so our companies could not do any business because we were all dependent on exports. So they said that all those people whose contract are finishing this year, we are not going to renew. So it wasn't renewed. I didn't have a job for 3 months. So within these 3 months, I still had those groups being invited. We are having this, there's a baby shower, there's a wedding, can you come? So I was like, but how will I do this now? Because now I don't have a job. And if I use the money that I've been saving to contribute to this, how am I going to make it? Then I stopped. In these 3 months, I calculated the amount of money I was contributing to these groups. And then I told myself that my sister was right. Because all this money I was channeling through my sister. And my sister was asking me that, are you the savior of this community? Do you think you're the savior? Like, can't you just help people by giving them an idea? Must it always be money? Then I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson that every friend that I told that period of 3 months that I didn't have a job, every friend that I told that, hey, bro, I'm not in good shape, no job now, never believed. Because they believed that as long as you're out of the country, you can never stay without a job. And the truth is, there are people here who have stayed outside their countries for 6 months, 7 months, some people 1 year without a job. They're trying to hustle to find a job they can't find. From there, I had to learn my lessons in 2019. I joined a course for life coaching. I joined a coaching session with one of my life coach. I paid, I went through life coaching, I went through personal development. I did my course as a life coach. I get certified. And I started to learn the reality of life. That giving is not about the money. Giving is not about the material thing. Giving is not about something that somebody can touch. Giving is when you realize how you can change somebody's life. Understand, only ask yourself these questions. How am I going to change the life of these people? What is the way forward? What do I do to put an impact in these people's life? It should never be money. It should never be some presents, gifts, or whatsoever. It has to be something that can touch a life. So if you're coming from a village where women don't get married, okay, do not think that only for helping this community or this village, you need to go outside and bring, I don't know, some money or give them job and whatsoever. Be the first woman who will get married from that village. That is a gift to that village. If you're coming from a village where women don't get married, change your tactics. Open your heart to God. Tell God, talk to Him, tell God, God, use me. Use me to be a gift to this village. Be the first woman who's going to get married in that village. That is a gift to that village. If you're a man where in their village no man has ever married and had a good family, a family that is stuck together, be the first man who will marry and have a successful family in your village. It is a gift because the moment it happens in you, it opens mind of all the other. Because this is what happens, guys. I'll explain to you why that is a gift. When people believe that nobody makes it from this place, when you will be trying to make it, people will discourage you. You will hear a lot of voices. Oh, who are you? Why are you even trying to get married? And you are wasting your time. No one has ever been married from this village and succeeded in their marriage. So why are you wasting your time? There will be voices. No man has ever married and brought a woman to this home and made a successful marriage. The moment you close your ears to those voices and you kneel down and you speak to your God, you will be the first person to do what people fear. That's a gift to your family. That is the gift to your family. Guys, I'm taking calls. If you want to call, if you want to be a guest, you want to ask a question, you can, send that request and I will take your call so we can talk. So what am I trying to say here, guys? I'm trying to say, stop losing your blessings because you're thinking you don't have anything to give people. Because for sure, there's no blessings if you're not giving. There's no blessing if you not give people. So every time you sit down, don't see yourself as a poor person. Don't say, I don't have money. How can I, give them? Don't say, I will not attend their wedding because I don't have money. I will not, be with them because I can't buy anything for them. Think, what do I have that God has given me? Give them an idea. If you don't have money, help them to think about on how to do their wedding. That is a gift. Be the first person who can bring that idea that they'd never had. If you don't have money for the present, gift yourself as somebody who's going to cook for them for free. Gift yourself as somebody who's going to do something, even if you become an usher. My dear brothers and sisters, no one gets blessings without gifting. You cannot get if you don't give. And every time you think like you're telling God, I don't have anything to give, so God will understand. God will never understand. Because our God up there knows you more than you know yourself. And He knows that you have something you can give out there. So if you're not using it well, that's why your life is confused. All right? That is why your life is confused. If you're not using that gift well, if you're not understanding how you can use whatever you have to gift others, you will not have a straight life because no blessing is going to come your way, guys. Look, people, I want you to forget about going to church and standing in the church and, the pastor prays and says, receive your gifts, and then you say amen and you go back home. That's why people are poor in the churches. It is not that going to church will make me poor. It's because we don't have the real information. When you go to church, church is a place of thanksgiving. I will say this again and again. Don't go to church to ask. You can ask just beside your bed and God will listen. When you go to church to do what we call a thanksgiving. It is a place where you go to worship. Even those who did CRE in school, Christian religious education in school, when you will be asked, what is a church? A church is a place of worship. There is nowhere written a church is a place of asking God for a blessing. It is a place of worship. And what is worship? To worship is to praise His name. To worship is to give thanks to Him. So go to church to thank God. Don't go to church to receive. You receive nothing. Receiving is outside here. It's not inside the church. In church, we take tithe. In church, we take what we call offerings. Why do we take it there? Because we have gotten it from outside here. We have worked hard. And now we are going to offer. All right? We are going to worship Him. We are going to praise Him. We are going to thank Him. So don't go there to receive. There are so many prophets out here lying to you that come, you will receive it. There's nothing you will receive. You can't receive without giving, guys. Just because somebody laid their hands on your head doesn't gift you. It doesn't. I have never seen. Even Jesus Christ Himself, when He wanted to do His miracles, He used to ask, what do people have? What do you have? Bread and fish was not made from nothing. It came from the few breads and fish that was available. The wine was not made from nothing. It was made from water that was in the pots. Those who were healed, like the woman who touched the cloth, she was not healed from nothing. She was healed from her faith. There has to be something. You must give something for you to get the blessings. So don't tell me you don't have. There is something that you have. ask God, what do I have? God is going to reveal to you, and you will use it to gift others. And the more you gift others, the more you get blessings. Let me tell you guys, I speak to people here, and I don't always mind, because I have a lot of friends who always tell me, oh, bro, you have almost 600,000. Why don't you play games? You'll get a lot of money from people on TikTok. Then I'm asking God, that is it just because of money that I have to be on TikTok? No, this is not the reason why you took me here. But I know that if the gift that I'm giving here, I'm teaching your people, you will bless me in some other ways. And I can assure you guys, every time I finish TikTok here, I recruit more students to my classes who come for private coaching, and they pay me handsomely. Trust me. I don't go to beg for a pastor to pray for me to be blessed. I know what to do, because the Bible has put it clear that the hand that works hard will be blessed. So just ask God, what do I have to gift others so that I can receive my blessings? You could be a dancer. That is the gift that God has given to you. Your dancing style might just inspire somebody. All right? You could be a cook. Don't just be in a hotel or a restaurant there as a cook, just doing it for money. Do it with passion. You see, sometimes, guys, let me tell you something. If you are employed, you are a waiter, you are a host, you are a cook, you are a supervisor, you are a manager, and you don't know where your blessings are coming from, ask God to use you as a servant in that hotel, as a cook. Let your food inspire somebody, not just the person who's going to eat, but even the people who are cooking with you. Let your food inspire them. Let the way you work, the way you are, your kindness at workplace, the sweet words you speak, inspire them and motivate them to realize that they have to work. That is the gift you're giving out there. God will bless you. Sometimes it doesn't come from, getting promotion at your workplace. God's blessings come slowly, guys, slowly by slowly. I can tell you, I have been on these platforms on social media for now 4 good years, because I started to be here 2019. And from 2019 to 2023, I never gotten anything called money or even those flowers that you guys sent to me. But I never stopped. People create accounts on TikTok, okay? And after 1 month, they want to earn money from TikTok. After 2 months, they want to compete with Diamond Platinums on TikTok to earn some thousands of dollars. How? How? You watch a video and you find somebody, an influencer on video or a content creator on video, showing you that this month I earned 10,000 US dollars on YouTube. And then you're like, oh, so you can earn 10,000 from YouTube? Okay, I will start creating content tomorrow. Then you start creating. In 1 month, you want to earn the same 10,000 from YouTube. How is it possible? Did they tell you how long they've been on TikTok or on YouTube to earn the 10,000? Did they tell you what they are doing to earn that 10,000? They are gifting, and gifting takes time. All right? It takes time. Be slow. Concentrate on what you are gifting. Don't concentrate on what you are earning from the gift. Concentrate on your gifts. Just gift. Give God a debt, what do you call it? Yes, give God credits. Give God credits. Gift people. You are not gifting them money. You're gifting them the power that you have, the knowledge that you have, the talent that you have, all that you can give, idea, inspiration, motivation. You are giving credit to God. God is owing you. When you kneel down and you tell God that, God, your child is in front of you. Your child wants to go to school, but I know you can give me school fees. Before you know it, your pocket will be full from nowhere. You won't even know who's going to pay that school fees. God is here to inspire us. And we can take the gifts that we have when God is used properly. I have always told my students every single day, the best thing that you can do to yourself is find personal relationship with God. Don't bring somebody in between you and God, not even a pastor, not even a prophet. Find the face of God, because the Bible, even if it is a Quran, I believe there we have been given the authority to speak to God. We don't need a broker to speak to God. You don't need a broker. You don't need a broker to speak to God. The brokers, why I call them brokers, they are chosen to help us understand how to reach to God, not to be the bridge to take us to God. There's only one bridge. As Christians, we believe that the only bridge is Jesus Christ. That is the only bridge. So people, prophets, pastors, whatsoever, these are people who are chosen by God to help us understand how to get to God. And that is what I'm also giving you. I'm not a pastor, by the way. I'm just a life coach. That is what I'm giving you here. Your personal relationship with God is much more important than any other thing. So create a personal relationship. Speak to God. You have the powers to do so. He is waiting to listen to you. But he doesn't listen to you just because you're speaking. You must understand what is needed. That is why that pastor is there. That is why for me, even today, if I hear that a pastor was caught with another man's wife in a hotel or is in some, I don't even I don't mind. I don't care, because the pastor is a human being. I don't get surprised, because I know that relationship between me and God is just me and God and Jesus Christ. The pastor is just same like I am. He is only here to help me understand how to reach God. So if he messes, it doesn't surprise me. People come and say, oh, that bishop was caught. Why are people still going to that church and that person? What are you expecting? This is a human being. That's just a human being like we are. They can mess. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you have a gift, which I know you do, use it well. Speak to God. Start speaking to Him today. Let Him explain and expound to you, reveal to you what the kind of gift you have. And the moment you start putting this gift out there, things are going to change in your life. Things are going to change in your life. Blessing comes only to those who give. It will not come to you because a prophet has laid his hands on you. It will not come to you because you are going to church every day. It will only come to you because you are gifting something. So I have said the ways to give can be you blessing yourself. You see, you might be coming from a very poor background. If you work hard and you buy your first shoes, that is a blessing to your community. If you work hard and you build your first home, that is a blessing to that community. God is using you to explain to this community that it doesn't matter where you come from. All that matters is you put the work, you trust Him, and you be consistent with it, and you become the person you want to be. It doesn't matter what qualifications you have. Ask yourself, why are some people succeeding and they never went to school? Why are some people succeeding and they went to school? Why are some people not succeeding and they did not go to school? Why are some people not succeeding and they went to school? It is not about what you have that matters. It is about understanding how to use what you have. You can give 2 million US dollars to two people and you give them 1 year. When you go and look at them after 1 year, you'll find one of them invested and grown his 20 million or 200 million US dollars into something, a multi-million thing. But you'll find the other person who did completely nothing with the money is again asking you for some. Then you ask yourself, why? Why will that happen? It happens because we do not understand how things work. Things work from the gift that we have been given. Lord, God has given us power to find everything that we want, but it has to be in a process. You have to go through a process. Sometimes I tell people that when you see me driving my small car, I have a very small car, right? When you see me driving that car, it might look to you a small one. You might be asking yourself, like, oh, but he has money. Why can't he buy a Mercedes Benz or something bigger than that? But you see, guys, you might not understand how hard I have worked to buy that small car. Somebody's reminding us. Kerubo Jenny is saying, guys, you need to tap the screen because we should be at 10,000 something likes, guys. We are only at 7,000 likes. Why don't we make it 20,000 within a short time, guys? If you're liking this video, give a thumbs up. Just tap your screens. Share it if you can. And if you came late, remember this video will be available on my YouTube channel. So I don't know if there is anyone who has a question, who wants to ask a question. I see there is Mumi something. There's a guy who's on wait list. Let me see what he has for us. Mugishi Jimmy, right? Hello?
Yes.
Hi,
yes,
brother.
good afternoon.
Good
Yes,
afternoon
good
to you.
afternoon. Yes, thank you very much for the inspirational words.
Yeah.
I would like to clarify. Most times find like you go to church, a pastor says that you receive according to you give. Like when you give like 10,000, you'll be able to get 20,000. But you are like in the church, we go and pray, we go and worship, we go and give thanks to God. So will you try to clarify something about that, brother?
This is what I want to tell you, brother. I do not want to contradict your pastor or to argue with what your pastor taught you, but I want to teach you how God bless people. God doesn't bless you like if you give 10, you will get 20. That is a lie, and that is a broker, and that is a robber who wants to rob your pockets. Okay?
Yes.
God blesses you from your heart. What kind of attitude did you use to give it? Did you give it from the bottom of your heart? Let me just ask you a very simple question. Do you want to tell me that if
Yes.
God was gifting people depending on what they give, so a poor person cannot be blessed to get 1,000,000? For example, if I cannot afford, okay, to go and give a tithe of let's say 10,000, okay, US dollars. If I cannot afford it, my capacity is I can only afford 100 US dollars, and then a tenth of that 100 US dollars is only $10, correct? So what I will give is
Yes.
$10. That's the tithe I will give. So do you think just because I'm giving $10, God cannot give me 1,000,000?
Understand, brother.
Let's just be. Sometimes, when you hear these teachings from people, I don't want you to believe me so much. I want you also to take my teachings, and then, because this video will be on YouTube, watch it again, then ask yourself, what is this guy trying to talk about? Just put it in a very simple way. Like, if I'm earning only 100 US dollars, and God has told me to give a tenth of my earnings, does it mean that now, because I'm giving only $10, God cannot bless me with 1,000,000?
No.
You see, it is written that tithe has to be given. That is not even to pastors or to churches. Tithe has to be given, and tithe is not even in the form of money. Tithe in the Bible was in form of food, clothes, and things that were to be shared with the poor people. Tithe was always being given so that people could congregate together, all right? Come together, sit and eat, share the things that they have. Only the rich used to tithe, by the way. In the Bible, only those who have used to tithe. And why were they tithing? So that they can make the society to be equal, such that those who have will bring, Those who don't have will come together, they will eat together, they will share, even if it is clothes, if it is some, produce harvest and everything. And then the poor will go back with something. The rich will go back to whatever they have. So the community society was looking at each other as equal. But today, even that woman, that grandmom who has nothing, who doesn't have a work, who doesn't go to the garden, still he has to go and, pick some leftover maize in a certain garden and take as a tithe. It is wrong. It is wrong. So, to clarify that, brother, you do not get depending on what you give. It is only what it depends in is your heart. Okay? If you can
Understand?
afford 10,000, give 10,000. If you can afford 2,000, give 2,000. Just open your heart. Let your heart be clean, kind, giftful, and be happy when you're giving. Don't show off. Don't tell anyone what you gift. That's why most of the churches use envelopes so that you can put your money inside the envelope and wrap it. You don't have to show to people. And gifting should not
Understand?
just be done in the church. Thank you, brother. Jimmy, I appreciate it. If you understand it, my pleasure.
Very well. Okay. Thank you very much. I'm watching you live from Arua. So thank you very much for your inspirational words. I like it so much. May God bless you.
Thank you so much, brother. You take care and God bless you too.
Okay.
Okay, let me get any other clarification that somebody needs. And Amazing Grace, thank you so much for the flower gift. Thank you. God bless you for that. That is how God blesses people. It doesn't mean that now that Amazing Grace has gifted me with a flower there, now she will get only depending on that gift. No, God can gift her even triple of what he's given. God doesn't choose like, okay, I will gift this one small because he brought a small thing here. We are gifted in different margins. We are not equal. Even these fingers are not equal. But when God is blessing, he doesn't look at the capacity that you are in. He doesn't gift or bless depending on how much you have or much you don't have. Okay? God will not gift people like, because now you can only afford 2,000. Now I cannot gift you more than 4,000. No, that was a wrong teaching from your pastor. And I know that's why yesterday I said that for me, it doesn't matter. My home is my church. I have my Bible. I have a relationship with God. I speak to God. I don't have to go to church. That doesn't mean that I don't go. But I don't have to go there that I'm looking for blessings. That's only what, no. Read the Bible perfectly. Build a relationship between you and God. Let God listen to your prayers. Okay? I'm waiting for anyone who's